Hey, just making eggs here, and hopefully the audio is connected in sync. So this is on my camera, and I will upload this later. So right now, I'm not able to make the software flip the camera, but so I physically have to turn my camera. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be making some eggs. Let me get that right. Cool. One-handed operation here, if I can. Yeah, cool. That's one. I am so hungry. I missed breakfast. Right now it is 12:20, so I am simply making some eggs. And that's that. And now I need where'd that go? Spatula, a plastic one, because actually, turning up the heat would be good. That'd probably be good in cooking eggs. I've had eggs before in drinks and things that were raw, and it's actually pretty good. I put it in like horchata and things like that, and after blending it for a long time, it makes it really good. So my method is to continually mix and mix and mix and mix and mix forever until it's cooked completely. So that it makes it nice and light and fluffy and things like that. So that's good. That's good. All right. My earpiece. Whenever I start talking, the earpiece comes loose a little bit. So I put a bigger earpiece, one of those things. Here, I'll show you. One of those things, the tip right there. Put a bigger one of those in. I put a bigger one of those in so that it would form to my ear a little more and stick a little better. Because before, I wasn't doing that. So with the camera, it makes the quality of the video a lot better. And so I do that later. Then I upload it to, actually I edit it first in Adobe Premiere. And then I upload it to YouTube. Or anywhere, actually. So, that's that. Ooh, look at that. It's getting a little cooked on the bottom there. That's good. And then what I like to do is take it off the heat just before while it's still a little bit runny. I like to do that because it just tastes better. And then it gets into nice clumps and things like that. I like that. And I'm going to add some spices and things. So right now I'm going to add, I'm going to continue cooking this because it's almost done anyways. So I'm going to add some garlic salt and some rosemary and some... This is almost done. Okay, that's good. Perfect. And then the heat from the pan actually continues to cook the eggs a little bit, so that's good. Now to put these eggs back in the refrigerator. In the refrigerator. And yeah, okay, cool. So now I'm gonna put this on the pan, on the plate. So I'll put it right there so you can see. All right, so I'm gonna put this on the plate, and then I'm gonna add some spices. And it just slips off this non-stick pan. I do have to wash the pan though, eventually. going to take like a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to add some Cholula, some rosemary, and some garlic salt. Cholula, rosemary, and garlic salt. Alright. First the Cholula so I can see how much actually is going on there. And then the garlic salt, because this comes out really fast. So I want to make sure that I get just the right amount. Actually, a little more. Cool. And rosemary. Rosemary is really good on eggs and chicken in general. I do have some more chicken in the fridge for dinner tonight, and that's going to be good. Okay, cool. Now bring this over here. And let's see if I can carry a cup, eggs, a fork, and a camera with me. Oh man. Well, I'm on a new paleo, low-fat, low-carb diet. So that's what I call it anyways. But actually, it's a diet that was built by a natural bodybuilder by the name of Tom Venuto. And his book is called Burn the Fat, Feed the Muscle. It's about a 350-page book. And I've read most of it. And I really like it. And this natural bodybuilder, hence the name natural, only has like a lot of protein a day. And during competition, he eats what's called A-grade foods. That's good. And the A-grade foods are all fruits, all vegetables, lean cuts of meat. Like officially, I'm not supposed to have eggs on the A-grade food. I'm supposed to have egg whites. But that's okay. And nuts and seeds. And that's all. No bread, no wheat, no dairy, none of that. So, this is pretty good. I like the hot sauce. It's totally Mexican. Oh yeah. Está bueno. La Cholula está bueno. Very good. Anyways, have fun. And you know what? I usually do like a little science lesson. So I'll do that for a little bit. So yeah, what am I going to talk about? I like physics, but that has nothing to do with health unless you get down to it for real. So talking about emotional eating. Okay, so physics here, or science really. Eating emotionally is a good thing when you want to feel better, because the carbohydrates and cakes and cookies and ice cream and stuff actually makes you feel better unless you're allergic to dairy. So having those items in plenty, in a lot of them, makes you feel a lot better. Lots of good food, lots of good eats, but cutting those things out can have the opposite effect. Due to the endorphins that it creates in the body. So having carbohydrates is good to a degree for feeling good. And recently, I haven't been feeling too great emotionally, like a little sadder than normal, because I've been cutting out a lot of carbs. So, and I went from a complete horrible diet of like cakes and ice cream and cookies and Oreos and chips and everything like that, all day, every day. Marshmallows and chocolate and like everything. And then I started having a little bit of tingly feeling in my feet. And so I figured, you know what? It's time for a change because I'm like, I'm going to get diabetes again, which I had for a little while. I kicked it, and now I was going backwards, and now going forwards again. So I've been running a little bit, walking more often, and eating healthy. So that's good. Um, so the A grade foods are on my list. The B grade foods include a whole wheat, um, rice, um, like long grain brown rice, actually. And everything on the A list is included in the B list. But you can add things like dairy, low fat skim milk, and things like that, low fat items. So, anyways, trying my best to stay on the A and B's. There's a C, D, and F list also. The way that it goes around is the way to describe it, and the way he describes it in the book, Tom Venuto, is by taking an apple straight from the tree and eating it. That's an A grade food. You turn the apple into, if you cut the apple into like, put peanut butter with it, that's a B grade food. If you turn the apple into applesauce, that's a C grade food. If you put sugar in the applesauce, that's a D grade food, or like flavoring and sugar and stuff like that. If you turn the apple into apple pie, that's an F. So you just flunked the class of healthy eating. So that's how the step down of an apple gets degraded to a failing grade. So you can have all the apple pie in the world and think that you're eating good, healthy apples when in fact you're failing. So that's it. Woohoo. All right, have a good day. Bye.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do now is take you through production, and I'm going to file import on here from in Premiere, Adobe Premiere Pro, import. I have it on eggs right now, which is just what I made. Import that setting, import that video, which I took from Android. What is it called? Android file transfer program, and right now it's importing. So right now I'm going to drag this over to here and check the video, and it is sideways, so I'm going to rotate that video by clicking here in the middle of it, go to effects, motion, rotate it 90 degrees, negative 90 actually, and do that so that it would fit there. Right click on here and press scale to frame size. And actually it needs to be scaled down by 60% because I've done this before, and call it good. And then once that's done, I'm going to put it at the a little bit of a uh, ending credits or um, things like that, which I have here in projects, inventive powers, logos, and inventive powers, and ending credits. Put that in there, which I usually put at the end of everything, right there. So that way, when you're on here, it will, near the end of the video, go to my ending credits, which will take a little bit of time here. And as you see that bar going across, it will do that. And here we go. And clip. And that's that. So right now, it's not scaled to frame size, and now it is. So that's good. And what I like to do is put over here in the transition, in the effects tab, is do a video transition. Actually, that's a video effect, video transition. And I like to do page peel, I think, page turn, and put that right there. And it's going to give me a warning saying insufficient media. This transition will contain repeated frames, and that's okay. And now, as we go through that part, it will show a little bit of that page turn effect. In the meantime, I want to check the audio on this, so I'm going to go to Premiere Pro Preferences, Audio Hardware, and Built-in Output. I want on Soundbar, which I have. So now I want to check the audio and make sure that's good.
Very good.
Okay, so the sound works good, and I don't know. Maybe I should do an intro. I haven't done intros before, so maybe I could make an intro somehow. But maybe not. I don't know. It's up to.
Hey, just making eggs here, and hopefully the audio is connected.
All right, cool. Now I'm going to go to File, Export, Media, and export that to a program called Adobe. What's it called? It is called Adobe Media Encoder. So I'm going to call this eggs into eggs, and export and press Q, and it's into MP4 format, which is the format I use for here. In the United States, we use NTSC as the format for most video in the USA. I could use PAL, but that's mostly for programs in England and so forth. So cue that. In Germany and Russia and China and those other places. The across the pond, the other continent. So as this opens, I'm going to save that. Exit Premiere Pro, and it's already saved, and so it'll bounce this for a little bit. In the meantime, I want to turn off my notifications because I don't want to have all that stuff coming up. Do not disturb on. Alright, now it's coming up, and we'll see. Not currently encoding. Well, isn't that interesting? So I got to go back to Premiere and press Q. Since Adobe Media Encoder is already running, it should work well. And wait for this to load. It should be there. Eggs. And just go to File, Export, Media. Oh, I click on here. Gotta click on the timeline, otherwise it won't export the media. For some odd reason. That's okay. Export media. Now this time I did use a Bluetooth headset, so we'll see if it works or not. Now I gotta rename that again to eggs and press Q, and here we go. And it should load automatically. There we go. Waiting. And it's a little bit of a long video, so it should take probably about 15 minutes to encode. Basically, it takes the raw code of the project, which is PROJ file, and transfers it into an MP4. So we'll see. But anyways, that's the project, and once I'm done with that, I will be uploading this to YouTube. It says 4 hours, but I doubt that. Alright, talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.